Hi everyone. I just did a reading for a client and learned a lot of great information, so I want to share it with you. This information is for the older souls in this universe. What I've been seeing is that a lot of people have digestive issues, and this is simply having a difficult time digesting life. What happens with a lot of older souls who, quote unquote, know the right way to behave and the right way to be, the right way to love, the way to be balanced, the way to be happy. What happens with these older souls is that when they see other people living in ways contrary to this, it makes them extremely frustrated and angry, which is not an old soul way of acting. It's not an old soul way of responding. And so I want to help people to embrace the wisdom, embrace their inner sage. And what this entails is, if you don't know that you are an old soul, you will try to force the outside world to act in ways that you think are right, in ways that you think are appropriate, and you will respond negatively. So, in order to heal this predicament, you must fully embrace yourself as what I call an indigo adult. If you're a child, fine, then you're an indigo child. But we are indigo adults. We are adults, and yet we have this blue wisdom, blue energy, indigo energy, which is like a blue-purple color, that has to do with an accumulation of lifetime, many, many lifetimes, that has simply created great experience and great wisdom. When you embrace this and see yourself as different from other people, your whole life will change. You probably know that you're different from other people, but you also probably are making the mistake of thinking that you don't want to be arrogant, you don't want to be self-righteous, you don't want to be pompous, you don't want to be better or think that you're better than other people or have other people think that you're better. So you don't like that whole idea of being better, lesser, greater. And so what happens is you discard the baby with the bathwater and discount and disclaim yourself as a wild and a wise soul. When you don't see yourself and know that you're a wise soul, you cannot calmly assess a situation and smile an inner smile of knowingness, as if you are the adult and everyone else are children, even if they're 90 years old, even if they're a doctor or someone in a high profession, a teacher, whatever, a mechanic, engineer, someone who is decidedly valuable in our society. You must see everyone else as children, and that's the only way you will be able to forgive everyone else and to be at peace with them, with all of these people doing all of the crazy, out of balance, unhealthy, ungrounded things that they do in this world, that we do. The only way you will be able to stay in your wisdom and really embrace your life experience is by seeing them as different than you. It's not a different bad, like men and women are different, but it's not a different bad or I'm better or you're worse. It's just different. We have different life experiences. When you can start to look at people as they just don't know. They drink soda and coffee and do all these crazy things, drugs, violence, what have you, because that's where they are at in their spiritual growth. And you must embrace them lovingly, the way you would a child. You might have a screaming child and you won't throw them away, hopefully. You won't discard them and say, I don't want anything to do with you because you're annoying the heck out of me. So even when people annoy the heck out of you, maybe it's someone who cuts you off while you're driving, maybe it's someone flips you off or yells at you, or maybe it's an in-law, maybe it's parents, whoever it is that is annoying you or that you believe is doing something wrong or disrespectful or out of balance or crazy or whatever judgment you want to put on it, you must be able to embrace them as children, to be able to have that loving inner smile. And when you can embrace people like that and take them into your hearts, then you can forgive them. It goes together. Because you have this maybe hierarchical difference in experience, it allows you then to embrace them instead of to push them away and to judge them. So I hope I'm making this really clear that none of this is going to happen unless you accept yourself as a wise indigo adult or a wise full spectrum adult, because there are many colors in the energetic field. If you go, ew, get away from me, pollution, get away from me, yuck, fracking, get away from me, certain politicians, ew, get away from me, parents, in-laws, children, partners, whoever they are, co-workers, ew, get away from me, I don't want anything to do with you. You are creating disease in your body. You're creating lack of digestion. I can never say that word. Digestion. Where you take in energy, people, places, things, experiences. You bring them into your body and you allow your body to digest them, to take the nutrients. The nutrients are what we learn from the experience. And to go, ah, and then release it. This is the wise cycle. So it's not to resist, it's not to push away, it's like what Abraham Hicks always talks about. We don't want to fight against things, against laws and whatever, gun laws, etc. We want to embrace things, which was Jesus's way. Embrace even our enemies. Pull them in, be their teacher. Because if you do not decide and acknowledge that you are a wise soul and fully embrace it on every level, you will have nothing to give. You will have no teachings to give, and no one will learn from the situation. You will not learn how to forgive and to embrace and to love, which means when you're doing it for everyone else, you're also doing it for yourself, of course. And they will not be able to learn. They will not be able to absorb your teachings, your wisdom, your calmness, your strength. I hope this is helpful for everyone. Namaste to all of you wild and wise souls, to all of you younger souls. Amen. A woman, aho. Blessings, everyone.